back to the bear stance. Again, goes for the downward strike, that big backhand swipe. Speaking of swipes, there we go, bear with his.
It seems like you pointed out, the hunting bear stance. He's trying to push towards it, but Arslan Ash able to catch him as he's making the approach. And this is where it's really going to hurt Arslan Ash, continuing on the momentum with his heat dash in.
All right, bullets are flying again, trying to reconfigure that situation. Arslan's like playing jail warden right there.
Yeah, he is. He's trying to keep this bear at bay here. What is he, a zookeeper? Seems like Arslan Ash 1 round away. This loser semifinals might be going quicker than Rangchu anticipated.
Part-time assassin, part-time zookeeper.
Oh, we're back. That's so
bay,
fucking
folks.
annoying.
It's
But whatever,
tranquilizer
man.
darts that she's shooting at the bear, actually.
100 men versus 1 bear.
Versus 1 Nina.
One Nina. Oh, they're all done. Nice scoop up there with the down forward 2.
Oh my goodness, this could actually be the finishing touches. He's still got his heat smash to work with. Oh, the dash in, I mean. And also has the explosive wall. Not quite, doesn't even need it. What a quick second game by Arslan Ash.
He's just got it right now. He has just got Rangchu's rhythm, and he's forced him to stop using the bear stance oppression as much. That hunting bear stance is less used in game 2 than it was in game 1, as you saw. And let's see if he can, I don't know, what can he do in this situation? He's going to have to figure it out, but Rangchu's going to have to make a huge swing back.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. It's like he's quick to the starter gun right off the bat, gets the big float. Usually Rangchu, he's best when he's spacing you out and you have to be the one to approach him, but once he's already at range 0.
Back in action, we good. Yeah, sorry. It just...
Look at all that chip damage, slowly recovering a little bit.
Now, I just get extremely annoyed when shit like that happens because it fucks up everything. Like, you immediately lose like 80% of your viewers on Twitch and you lose 100% of them on YouTube because YouTube, unlike Twitch, you have to create individual broadcasts. You can't just reconnect to like a channel. So, like, that stream just ends. You have to create a whole new event and then, like, start all over. So at least we're on Twitch. Like, if niggas are willing, they can just sit there and wait for the stream to, like, turn back on. You can't do that on YouTube. You have to go to the whole new thing. And it's just, like, which is really fucking annoying. And it just... I just get really angry about it is all. But it's whatever. I'll simply get over it.
Just not enough frames for it. Excellent block. For that low swipe. Excuse me, sir, can you please get out of the way? We're fighting here.
Yes. Watch out for the alpacas, folks. They will be bouncing around. But Rangchu now, last attempt for him to try and go for a heat move or heat smash. Able to get
also,
the salmon.
OBS
Okay,
reset
out of
my
the way.
fucking
Arslan Ash,
dots
though,
and shit,
still good on the heat timer, but the launch is going to change the story.
It's all coming up. Rangchu getting on the board in game 3. Still a huge hill to climb. But it's one step at a time.
YouTube needs ad disconnect protection. Yeah, it might be like my biggest issue with YouTube streaming right now. Did you Nuzlocke a playthrough? Probably not. I'm a very casual Pokemon enjoyer.
Swipe from above, corner pressure. He was actually able to bully Arslan Ash towards this corner.
But Arslan fighting back. Ooh, nice punish there with that double slap. Goes for the triple, looking for that counter hit.
2-1. We swiping downtown here. Arslan Ash eats an electric balcony break inbound for Rangchu to possibly use.
Why is that move so evasive, bro?
Advantage was the hip attack.
My man just turned into a Mishima. That was crazy.
Hey man, you approve? You approve?
Hey, that's sick. That's sick. What am I gonna disagree with this giant bear?
I mean, add Rangchu to the group chat, bro. He's part of the Mishima group chat. There you go. Graduated.
Let's go. 1-2. Okay, gets the end of there at the wall. This is not looking good for Rangchu.
How you feel about the Pacers and Thunder's finals? I fear it's probably going to be OKC in 5, but I'm looking forward to it a lot. Niggas have not wanted to give the Pacers any credit or props or believe in them, but I'm not shocked at all.
Sidestep to the launch. Well, that's his initiation. Now he's got to rock with it. Ivory Cutter gets denied. They try to go for the circus roll here, but nice escape by Arslan Ash.
Excellent whiff punish and spacing. All right, Rangchu starting to get back in the driver's seat at the moment. If he can take this round, finish off the health bar that's remaining, he can take it to game 4.
The give up option there. Rangchu now on a heat timer,
able
to get the salmon smash.
Rangchu looking like he about to get one on the board.
And heat activates. Bears can't sidestep that, but we do see this the escape here.
Wait for the bullets, chipping away slowly, but Arslan still at a huge life deficit in range, just about out of heat. Sir, please.
Alpaca is in the way, unable to get the float. But
one more, there you go.
But no, Rangchu stays alive.
All right, 2-1.
What a back and forth we have here, folks. Again, it looked like Arslan Ash was at set point. He could have been able to do that. So now the mental stack still adds on here. Rangchu still hanging by a thread as he continues on. We're going to head towards the arena. Paid for tickets here, not the underground one. This is the commercial arena, folks.
I know which those tickets are. Hopefully a good deal.
Possibly. Hope.
Nice stage though.
You get this underground arena sound check, and then this one's like the real concert.
All right, that pressure is building here from Arslan, doing what he does best. Rangchu trying to find an opening, throwing something.
Looks like Jarris Walker got hurt.
Success yet, but as I said, that gets it. Spring kick trades as well.
Now, good defense, but no, as I say that, the second hit, let it rip. Arslan Ash able to actually keep this bear at bay and continue to bully the bear.
All right, chipping away so much. All he needs is a big hit like that. This combo might be able to take this round for Arslan. Closes it out.
Big blonde bomb.
Would Shay be the best OKC player in franchise if he wins it all? Yeah.
So much bees.
Goes back into bear stance. I mean,
like, I understand that niggas would be like, oh no, Russ was better, KD was better, Shay not as good as that. But like, he wins a championship, gets the Finals MVP and MVP in the same season. Like, yeah, he's a greater Thunder than they were. Sorry. Is he higher on the all-time list of just players than Russ and KD? No, but as a strictly Thunder player, yeah. He becomes the best player in their franchise history, in my opinion.
Let's see what Rangchu can do with it. Arslan Ash forced to go for the heat smash just to reset the situation.
Hiding back, goes for the single shredder.
Who knew bears could fly? Who knew bears got legs? That is crazy. I've seen everything now.
And there we go. We have another round on the board there for Rangchu. Looking good at the moment, but again, he has the knife dangling over his neck at any moment. Arslan Ash just needs to get another 2 rounds and it could be over.
Yeah, he can't rely on his laurels. He can rest on his laurels just yet. That was a good round, but you got to really put it all together and piece it all together. And now the can.
I don't know. Russ did so much in OKC.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, like all those rings he won, right?
Here, activates heat of his own.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm not one of the niggas who was like, it's ring or nothing, but like, if one nigga does it and the other nigga didn't, it's a pretty big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit do carry a lot of weight.
You can see Arslan now is taking more time to put
and I mean, like,
between his strings, hoping Rangchu will.
What did Russ do that like Shay hasn't? Frankly,
from Rangchu, sits on him, knocks him back. 10 seconds to go.
One ring shouldn't be enough. I think it is when the other player didn't get one at all. Yeah.
Nice escape. Final seconds. Rangchu might be holding on to it, but he's got great help. The rising option. 40 to 27. Rhythm and weep, says Rangchu.
Now Rangchu,
like, real talk, what did Russ do that that Shay hasn't?
Coming up with the electrics, trying to push him back and build that momentum once again. But Arslan is making it pretty hard.
Whoa, and at the corner as well. He's still in
heat.
Salmon smash out of the way. Goes for the swipe up above. Arslan Ash needs to fight his way out of this situation.
Back in the hunting, he was temporarily in the hunting stance. Fish on standby. Excellent combo here from Arslan. Should be taking this one near the wall, but couldn't get what he was looking for. Still has the resource, rage and heat. He is going for it.
Okay, has to block all these bullets. Arslan Ash has a heat smash left. Unable to get it. That was a little short. Goes for the skull splitter and does have rage to work with as well. Gonna be bonus damage. Unable to finish it off. But in.
Set point for Arslan Ash. Did Rangchu get another one on the board?
That was a very clutch ender there. Arslan putting himself on set point here to potentially go on to the losers finals, but the bear G-Clef, Rangchu fighting back on the verge. Potentially, if he can close out this round, he will be able to take it to a final game.
Okay, downward swipe here. There we have the smash. And Arslan Ash, we've seen this situation before. He has some recoverable health to work with. Rangchu.
Oh my goodness.
Can. Hunting bear options. Arslan says get out of the way.
Excellent work there. Arslan trying to take that.
Well, Cone, you're an OKC fan, right?
He has all the resources.
If Shay wins Finals MVP and gets this championship for OKC, how do you rank him against Russ and KD?
As well as deficit to work with here. Tries to go for the wall splat, but not there.
Got it in the end. Closes out the round with the Rager. Watch this cutscene.
Russ did average a triple-double. And where did that lead the team?
With Rangchu and Arslan Ash.
Don't get me wrong, that's cool and all, very historic, very impressive, but like, what did it result in, other than him just having good stats?
By Arslan Ash, but guys, give it up to Rangchu. What an amazing performance. Adopted by the crowd of Melbourne, the bear. is loose, ladies
Brain
and
is
gentlemen.
fried. These games are too good.
Well, I was close.
The way Arslan Ash was actually able to turn.
We are getting Ulsan versus Arslan finals. Just Ulsan versus
They brought
Arslan
it back
losers
and
finals.
forth. Rangchu was fighting tooth and nail for
That was
him to actually
close.
survive that. So excellent performance. He's going to get a bunch of points here, but Arslan Ash continues on the winner's side. And like you said, he will be facing Ulsan.
Ooh, okay. This is going to be a big one. So far we've seen, variety characters. Most of them are using the characters we usually see them. We did see Chikurin use Lily a little bit, and I haven't seen too much other switches, if I recall. But I wonder, once again, there is always that topic of you might have a pocket character for a particular person. I'll use the example of Chikurin versus Ulsan in TWT 2019. That grand final, out of nowhere, Ulsan
Take it easy,
Chikurin
Bands.
used Akuma.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, yo, what's going on? What's going on? That caught Ulsan completely off guard. Caught the crowd off guard. Everyone's like, yo, what's going on? Later on, NOBI did discuss, and he obviously took the.
Yeah, I'm not saying Shay wins a chip and he's automatically a better player all time than Kevin Durant. But in terms of his impact, his history, his legacy in OKC, and the importance and just like where he ranks in terms of Thunder players, yeah, like SJ immediately becomes #1 if he gets the ring. Because that is the most important thing at the end of the day.
If we see a random
and honestly, Shay's still pretty young. He's 26, 27. He still has a chance to go on to do a lot of great things and win more championships. Yeah, he's 26. He'll be 27 in July. This team has a chance to be great and dynastic and win multiple championships. And if he does that, he still got a chance to win more MVPs. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows?
Ulsan at the losers finals. Again, top 4 will be raced to 3s from here on out, while Farzeen, the big boss himself, Falcons Farzeen, waiting in grand finals. Is he going to face Ulsan or will he face Arslan Ash? We are about to find out.
We are definitely.
Let me get the new prediction up.
I really
Arslan versus Ulsan.
How Ulsan is going to deal with the down forward one.
Prediction is up. Go ahead and place those bets. Test your might.
He's going back to the Dragunov. Perhaps a comfort pick, perhaps certain tools that he's ready to use. But here we have the losers final DNF Ulsan versus Twisted Minds Red Bull Arslan Ash.
For what it's worth, like if James Harden gets paid and is allowed to stay on that team and never goes to Houston, I do think OKC ends up winning a championship eventually. They made it to the finals twice, you know what I'm saying?
Smother, oppress with the pressure, and weaponize that pace of Nina Williams.
An excellent splat. Spikes him down once again. Has the heat. Uses a bunch of it there.
Now, what do you think?
I know they made it to the finals once in the conference finals. Right, they were in the conference finals. They blew the 3-1 lead to Golden State, and then.
Should he beat him to the punch or should he space him
right?
out?
Yeah.
It really depends on in that moment. Arslan is very dynamic, so depending on the distance, depending on the timing, and what he feels.
They made it to the finals.
I think you have to be just as dynamic.
That was the year. That was the Heat, right? That was Bron's first ring, right?
Step or two ahead.
That's 20.
Dragunov poses those tools up against Nina Williams, or
he has
2012.
every tool you need to play fundamental Tekken, and a lot of the time it's less about the specific tool and more about the timing where you put it. And
Thunder had no business being there, bro. That shit was crazy.
So let's see if
young ass niggas.
Paper here and practice will come into play as Arslan Ash is in the life deficit. We do see a rage art. Oh, wow, the realignment gods in Arslan Ash's favor. Again, this kind of puts a timeout onto the board for Arslan Ash, but life lead is still on Ulsan's side.
And also something to note, Dragunov does have some of the better male character movement in the game.
Okay.
That can assist in little ways when trying to avoid these situations.
Fair enough. So let's see how he's going to deal with those movement. But look at that. Scrambly start, but able to get that Thorn Whip for him to get that bound to start out this round in. Arslan Ash gets the step.
Step on the closeout. Gets straight back up and blocks. He's ready to stay in the situation. He's not so uncomfortable where he needs to leave.
That boy Nemhart cold.
With the launcher from Arslan. And we get a rerun of that last situation, this time with heat.
So far, just keeping that paper. What a float jab just to get him out of this corner. And now he's going to regain some of this gray health back and use that heat as well.
An excellent combo. Going for their heat dash shoulder to try and keep that pressure on Arslan. Arslan lets it rip with that heat smash.
Okay, it seems like Ulsan kind of evening out the life, but he is holding on
Yo,
to
King's
that rage.
Roar, what's
You
good,
gotta
man?
love how he's able to recover that heat, that rage. But final seconds here, Death Door combo, Arslan Ash, nice escape. Ulsan
Gotta do something.
tried to go for the
Gotta do
4-4.
something.
He's ready
No
for
time. No time.
Oh, did he able to get
Another
it?
timeout win.
30 to 25.
They went for that Hail Mary 3-1 from the distance.
Incredible. It's insane how most of these matches.
Nigga,
have
the
been
Pacers
really
have
going down to the
32
wire. We gotta
points
look
off
at percentages.
turnovers.
100%.
Hey,
Hey. Back three gets whip punished there. A good attempt to home from Ulsan, but Arslan was just already too mobile.
uh-oh, no Ivory Cutter there. Nice punish by Ulsan. No shoulder engaged, though.
So really wanted to bet on that mid. Bullets flying, activates heat on the pushback.
Okay. Trying to go for the ground tech there, but we see him trying to go for those jabs and those hatchets by Dragunov. And now Arslan Ash, no more heat to work
One
with,
ring shouldn't
just the
equal
life
everything
lead.
he's done there. I strongly disagree. I think if Shea wins a ring, it is actually significantly more like impactful, historic, iconic,
Okay,
like,
really
and carries
each
more
other
weight than
to that
anything
limit
Russ
to
did for that franchise.
final round. Again, Farzeen waiting on the winner of this. You got to wonder how the mental stack of these players are going to be, especially Arslan Ash, since he's taking the scenic route to get to that grand finals. Or will
Any
it be Ulsan?
upsets? Nah, I wouldn't say any match that happens in a top 8 is really an upset because all these players are so good.
I don't want to, my bad. 1-2 to a push
go,
back
there you
and
go.
the down forward one to close it out and take what he felt was his.
Let out the script there. I know you're trying to say, so yeah, just a little bit of spoiler on Brown Man's side. But yeah, the realignments have been on Arslan Ash's favor. So back to the drawing board we go to for Ulsan in character select screen. So the Dragunov didn't work. He does have a bit of timing to change things up.
Back to the
Maybe the
Lars.
Lars could be the solution.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You got another game to play with.
There we go.
I mean, obviously, you know, you don't want to lose any games, but Dragunov didn't work. Fuck it, might as well try the Lars, right?
A good, solid, world-class Lars. Let's see how he does on the other side.
And you brought up Dragunov having fundamental tools.
2025 Shea over
Lars
2012
brings
Braun.
that
All right,
aggression.
bro.
Lars now does have
Let's-
some pretty good
let's
fundamental
relax.
tools, but he also has the old blender gameplay as well to throw in.
Not to mention, as you said, the travel agency, just a real estate advantage.
Business.
Yeah, and also the amazing wall combo ender that just adds so much
Who
damage.
said that?
to the
Someone in the
table.
YouTube chat.
All right, playing with these strings. Arslan, no delay on the down forward one check strings on the mix.
Oh, constant movement here. Okay, it seems like Ulsan all warmed up for this Lars pick, but when the
Think that
scrambly
nigga troll.
situations happen,
The Black
let's see
Wolf was
what,
good, man.
Who will end up on top? But the Arc Blast finds its mark. Arslan Ash gonna get pushed towards the wall.
Just got there. Sends him.
Travel agency guaranteed, bro. Look at that. And also the damage, heat smash, keeping you at bay. The trade, though.
Go for that 1-1.
Final seconds,
Ban them.
Brown Man. Ulsan in a bit of a life lead here, but that could change. Oh, got the slaps.
Low.
Oh, patches in.
Second to go.
Another timeout,
5
man.
to 15, and it's Arslan Ash leading the charge for round number 1.
All right, he's going in, rushing up. Look for that down forward 2. Yeah, these down forward 1s are really doing a lot of work here for Ulsan, trying to get Ulsan's timing, and he's doing a good job so far.
Gets that grab, tries to dynamic entry his way in for some offense, but that's where Nina wants you.
Yo, did they just show Knicks fans like actually crying in the crowd? I was looking away for a moment.
Pressure once again. Down forward 1,
I was looking at this,
down forward
but
1, 2 step, as I say it.
Yeah, that's the new hit radio song.
I think they
Down forward,
panned the
1, 2
camera in the
step by
crowd to, like, two
Brown
Knicks
Man and
fans
Nina
crying.
Williams. But Arslan Ash now trying to fight for the wall, has to go for the heat just to keep his turn going.
Right, jabbing out. Oh, caught him in the back to the side. Got a lot of damage there while standing 4 check. Tracks him with that heat burst.
Oh, wow, back
Gonna be a lot
4.
of damage.
Still final seconds. It's really going to go down to the wire, Brown Man.
Goes for that low attempt out of range, but the down forward 1 on the approach, taking a round of his own.
You gotta love how they're using the entire real estate and also the entire timer of each round.
Yeah, they are giving us quality content for long hours.
I mean, they're just making the most out of the stage time
100%.
here. And now we see Ulsan. Oh my God, that's so much damage.
Oh, nice up 4-3 call out.
Yeah.
Should be taking this one a long distance.
True. Now, it's a red eye flight, folks.
There we go. That's that low option. Use that heat dash.
look at all the gray health. Arslan Ash can make a comeback here, but he's got to gain this health back. Final seconds, actually less than 30 seconds left on the clock. Ulsan trying to go for the down jab, but that could be the start round, man.
Big counter hit, that stiletto in the
He's
face.
got so much recoverable health.
But will he be able to close it out with this so much health to recover as well, even if Arslan
Wow.
and
Goodness
somehow brings something back
gracious.
here. The amount of health Arslan has recovered is intense, and he will
Bend the rage art.
everything
Get that health low.
Ulsan
Take
has
away his little bit of gray life. Recover some of
Timeout on the 10
yours.
seconds here, so scramble situation to take things to the final seconds. Let's see, Arslan Ash holding on to that health.
He recovered so much health.
Okay, jab series to close it out.
And there we go. That was very clutch, very smart way to do things.
Everyone's switching up on the
Left Ulsan
Pacers
with
now.
very few
Shit,
options.
not me.
Decided to go
I've
with
been
heavy
talking
options
about
to
them
close it out,
boys.
but was not able to. Now, new round, Arslan breaks the
Now, did I
grab,
think they were going to
excellent
the
work.
finals this year?
Actually
No,
stepping
but am I
away.
shocked? Not really.
They also got the Sabakis, the reversals for Ulsan to think about, the second guess his offense. So Arslan Ash trying to open up the defenses here, able to actually get the life lead in that sequence. And now no throw for Ulsan to work with. No one has spent heat just yet. Who is going to pose the threat first?
They are probably getting smoked by the Thunder. But still, making it to the finals is impressive nonetheless.
Really struggling in this round. Ulsan doing a great job as keeping himself.
Hey, and that's because they made it to the conference finals last year, and everyone said it was a fluke and that they're not doing that shit again, and that they're going to be the Hawks all over again. And, well, they're about to go to the NBA Finals.
Again, all action from pillar to post, and we're right at the 10-second mark. This is where we start swinging for the fences. And
Arslan Ash is about to punch his ticket to
takes
grand
the fourth
finals, and
round.
bam.
2-0 at the moment.
So now, what do you do if you're Ulsan? You already went through your character of choice, the Dragunov. You went through the Lars. So, how is he going to play this one out?
Yeah, the Knicks are just chucking up threes right now and is not getting anything to fall.
Whoa, he's teasing the Reina.
Ooh, I mean, fuck it. What do you have to lose at this point? Let me see the Reina. Let me see the Reina.
Goes for the Reina. Bam agrees.
Hell yeah.
Very interesting pick. Reina is an extremely difficult character to really apply to your opponent, especially, I think, in a situation like this, he has to finish the race
Yes.
with Reina. And will he have that Reina ready for this particular moment? Let's find out.
Hey, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. It's slow and steady wins the
Imagine
race,
he
right?
wins.
So
I would
let's
love
how
to
he's
see
gonna
it.
play out this pace.
It's my favorite character to watch him play.
Constant slaps.
Hey.
Nice electric instant tailspins. Spikes him down with that while standing 4-4.
Only thing is, I don't think he's played Reina like at all this this bracket. So it's just like,
for Mishima, but
you know, the rain is not warm at all right now. You know what I mean?
Bear counts. He counts.
It's not like she's a super
the Reina
easy
priority
character to
over
play.
Bear in
So
the Mishima
I think
bloodline.
so, yes.
Okay. But Heihachi did leave his inheritance towards the Bears. However, Reina is fighting for it.
Bears
Though.
don't pay taxes.
That's true. Oh, evil
Oh.
miss though. Ulsan.
Another one.
Wow.
Arslan feeling very comfortable at the moment.
The Listerine breaths on Arslan Ash's side. Let's see. This is what's scary because he shuffled around 3 characters.
It's crazy. That's very hard to manage, very difficult. And he might be paying the price here, but he could make something happen.
very
4-4-2
nice.
in the
Confirm on the
set
counter hit
tie.
4-4-2. What's the mix?
Okay,
Goes
So
mid.
now, continuing on the offense here.
Oh, he's
Didn't
like, you
confirm
gonna
the
press
hit
it?
that
No,
time.
you grabbed me. Never mind.
Okay, forcing Arslan Ash to expend the heat. Trying to back that, sidestep his way outside the wall.
Goes for the mid
Now,
again.
still on the defense is Arslan Ash. Hoping to spend his heat gauge, but unable to spend it.
All right, catched him with that last hit. Again, a lot of down forward ones coming out. Looking for that launch. Wave dash into the forward four, looking for that axe kick.
Oh, and
Counter
finds
hit.
a home for it. War God kick.
What a hop
and
kick.
Also goes for a hop kick to send Arslan Ash towards this side of the stage.
Gets him there.
Nice.
It's that high grab. Tried to go for it again, but did not wake up in time. He was late for school.
It's not an Arslan and Ulsan game if it's not going to go to the final seconds here, folks. Nice punish. Ulsan
Just barely
finishing
not a
his
timeout
food.
game.
Able to clean up his plate with 2 seconds left on the clock. Gets round number 2.
Getting on board with the Reina. Those mind game strings on the 2-2. Down forward 1 check. Excellent break from Arslan. Going into multiple stances there for Ulsan, trying to confuse his opponent.
Gets the new low as well as the Demon's Breath. Arslan Ash trying to push and bully his way towards center of the stage, but the plus frames, unable to get it. And now we see a big launch by Arslan Ash.
Excellent tailspin, taking it to the wall. Just about. There we go with that 4-4-3-3 double slap kicks. Steps on him, keeps him down, flips him over. Krabby Patty style. He was waiting there since yesterday.
Was Ulsan having some gray health to work with as well as his heat gauge. And now Arslan Ash getting the plus frames. Nice mid block from Ulsan.
Low.
Oh, okay. First hit of the power crush got blocked and punished there. Uses that
Against
heat
the
dash.
heat.
Down forward one.
Oh my god.
Oh
no!
That was a high side. And now Ulsan, can he make this
That's
comeback happen?
so unfortunate.
Sweet, but just not fast
Oh
enough.
my
And then we've
goodness.
got Arslan Ash here on set point in this losers finals. 1 round away.
I
from
thought for
taking
sure that was round over.
Ulsan.
Oh my god,
The parry.
nice Sabaki there. Nice reversal by Arslan Ash. It is Arslan Ash eating all these mids though. Can Ulsan have something left in the tank to work with to take it to a final round?
Trying to employ some plus frames with this forward four. But again, using that power
Let's
crash,
launch.
that's a big
Yup.
punish opportunity there for Arslan. This is the momentum he might be looking for to close this set out. Will Ulsan let it happen?
Okay, gets the step, and now Ulsan, the wake up is gonna be super important here. And now goes for the War God Kim to keep him at bay.
Take it easy, Zeph.
Oh, sorry, Heat is about to run out for Arslan Ash.
Oh, this
Has
gray
plus
life,
frames for
man.
that.
Nice
Goes for
duck.
the spit. Nice, goes under it, tries it
Again.
He's really trying to go for it. He
Counter
wants to
hit.
please
There's the
crowd.
follow-up.
Goes for the guard kick.
Missed it last time.
Ulsan activating heat and trying to take his
The
turn
heat
back.
burst.
Do have a lot of gray health. And
Oh my god, tried to heat smash and got interrupted. It's too slow. Arslan heading to grand finals.
Rainer in the crowd too.
Pakistan Grand Finals, Arslan versus Farzeen. Oh, a big shot from OG Nobi to cut the lead to 16.
Bring out the Dragonov, an intense back and forth, but we have the grand finals to set the stage. We got Farzeen and Arslan Ash.
That's going to be intense, and no rest for the weary. He is going to have to play the most important set of his tournament run today.
Yeah.
Very, very soon.
I will say that Farzeen is in a really good spot. Could be at his career best performance here if he's able to get a huge W up against Arslan Ash. Had an amazing run thus far. I'd say Ulsan was posed the biggest threat to Farzeen, but now that he's not here, another threat emerges in Arslan Ash. And this brings to the question, since they spar a lot together, that could come into question if they're going to bring out unknown characters to try and keep them off guard.
Bring out the bamboozle. But it's one of those things also, it's like, well, I know him well, he knows me well, maybe we're just going to run those hands. Like,
true.
Pure and simple. I would like to see that.
What's crazy is also, if we take it to BAM last year, it was actually Lowhigh versus Chanel, and they kind of ran the gauntlet of different characters as well. It was a Steve and Elisa grand finals, but in this one, if we're going to go with the same type of characters, it could be a Victor versus Nina matchup.
I think it might be, because at that time, I think one of Loha's most used characters in the tournament was Steve at that particular time, and obviously Chanel, the Alyssa specialist, especially at that period. So that makes complete sense, and I think we may see a similar logic here, but who knows, they might be having a treat for the crowd.
That was good, Squire.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I definitely want to see how.
Am I going to keep streaming after these finals? I'm debating that right now, honestly. I kind of...
Since the start of this tournament from Pillar to Post, and Arslan Ash, he's like, I
don't know.
He's synonymous.
I was thinking about
Tekken
playing
as we
Hunter x Hunter,
speak,
but I kind of would also just like to just chill until I go to bed.
Player in the world. They call you Arslan Ash.
Hunter x Hunter not going anywhere.
They call you Chael
I
Sonnen.
do remember
Another bad three from Brunson. They're just trying so hard to like cover so much ground in one shot as opposed to just getting the best shot that they can.
That is true. But, I
It's a
mean,
good steal by Cat.
Farzeen, a young and up-and-comer. You will be playing the rock, paper, scissors here to see which side we're going to play on. Oh, actually, I think maybe you just agreed. No,
Good night. I'm off to play some Expedition 33. I think I'm addicted. Hell yeah. I think we all addicted. Cigarettes on cigarettes. My mama think I stink. I got burnt holes in my hoodies. All my homies think it's dang. I miss my cocoa butter kisses.
And high pressure and high intensity.
I miss my cocoa butter kisses. Anyway, new prediction is up for Arslan versus Farzeen.
Not the release of tension for now. I think the release of tension, like the celebration, would come once their hand is raised as BAM 15 champion.
100%. All right, they're plugging in. Two friends, now rivals for the next few games.
That is true. You gotta love the rivalries that are like you're close to this person. I love seeing like team. I mean, I know it's bad to see team kills, but if you see two players that have storied history and also sparred together, you know there's some good ass Tekken right on its way.
Yeah, the mind games are going to be so advanced. We're going to have a lot of situations where we don't understand exactly why they did those things. It's an unusual and a left field kind of decision. But in their mind, it's like, well, he did this and this and this and that last time we played, so I'm going to do these things that usually on level 1 doesn't work, but I know it's going to work on him because we know exactly what
You
we
playing
do.
Night
So
Rain?
we're
Nah.
gonna see those there, and I'm very interested to see
That's
what
gonna be
situations
crazy.
those are based on.
Sticky situation.
Oh my God, what a block from Obi topping.
From how these players are going to try to work their way through things. Let's see if he's going to stick to the victor or try to change things up, because
Pacers are really headed to the NBA Finals, bro.
Let's see. But we're giving him a moment. And it
Chance made a hot
looks
shower
like
and it cooked him. I mean, it's not just
he's
Hot
got
Shower. That whole
Victor
album is fucking
versus
terrible.
Nino.
Some of the
So
worst
ladies and
music I've ever
gentlemen,
heard, which is a shame
Battle
because
Arena
like I was
number
such a huge
15.
Chance the Rapper
This
fan,
is your grand finals.
and I
We
still
have
like his old
Arslan
shit, but
Ash
that album
versus
was
Farzeen. Let him hear
awful.
It. Who is going to take
It's one of the worst
back
albums I
15?
have
We're gonna
ever
find
heard
out
in my
just a
life.
bit.
And let's get it going. We are back at the arena. Very appropriate for this grand
Does this
finals.
Pacers team prove that
This is
Siakam is
gonna be a
better than
gunfight.
Sabonis? No,
That
I don't
is
think
true.
that's what that
But
means.
Victor's got the knives out,
I think it means
So,
Siakam is a better
slight
fit alongside
advantage,
Tyrese Halliburton.
able to get the 1+2.
Not that Sabonis and Tyrese ever played together, obviously, because they were traded for each other,
Big
but
start, making a statement. That upper swing.
Not quite, but we do see that Victor able to get the Farzeen flash, though, to start things out. So this can make Arslan Ash second guess himself.
Activating that heat. Both have it on the table at the moment. Arslan's running out a bit. Farzeen uses his up for the plus, goes for the low.
Woo!
Big.
Start with the 7 golden letters for Farzeen, but we've seen in the Arslan Ash matches, you know what, his first round's usually just a download.
you ever listen to Mick
Now it's
Jenkins?
the
Yeah,
bring
but
out
not in a long
process, but
time.
Farzeen trying to bait it out once again, just to get to the mid knife slash.
Goes for that stomp. Excellent punish there from Arslan Ash. Doesn't play the mind game on the second hit. Once again, that mind game between the two of them. Heat dash is going to be
last time I
a
seen
bad
Mick Jenkins
combo.
was
Huge plus frames, but Arslan Ash finds himself out of the wall situation. Holding on to that heat, bit of gray health, running low from Farzeen.
the water.
And
So
Arslan doing his
2014.
best to
I
try
was
to
listening
snuff
to him
out
like
those teleports
2014,
there
2015. I ain't listened to him really
Farzeen,
since.
those down forward
To
ones
be
when he's
completely
ready.
honest.
He's not pressing too much and not having to eat much for it.
True. Oh, tried to go for a flash once again, but Arslan Ash pulled the brakes there. Now almost even in terms of life. Tried to wipe the floor. Farzeen with the block and punish to take it to round number 2.
Very dominant so far, showing why he's on the winner's side today. 1-2, and again backing up really well. Victor's backdash is very interesting. And goes for the overhead slice.
Yeah, able to actually have the counter hit flash there. So now Arslan Ash has to be very careful as he activates heat. Farzeen power crushes his way through.
The guns are out. All right, big commit
Very
on that
nice.
teleport option there from Farzeen. Arslan gets a big counter hit, spikes him down, trying to keep that pressure up at the wall.
Yo, if you're in Battle Arena Melbourne, you got tickets to the gun show. Let's see how they're going to use it accordingly. No flash here. Arslan Ash really good at timing his offense. And just the button presses. Farzeen not looking too good. One more hit would do it for Arslan Ash.
All right, goes to that low jab, one more hit, and there it is, that low to close it out. 2 rounds to 1. Arslan getting on the boards.
Here we have it, folks. See Farzeen, 2 hits strength. Goes for the overhead sword slash here, but Arslan Ash still picking his shots very well. Being very careful. Nice duck to just... Is the Matrix? We ducking guns now?
Big commitment there from Arslan. He really, from Arslan, Farzeen really had his number on that. Waited down there and made a huge punish.
Nice block on the 2-low swipe here, but look at that. Farzeen just closing the distance right away, keeping Arslan Ash in this corner situation. Trying to go for the back 1+2, the back 2, but still Arslan Ash not biting.
And I did mention earlier before, one of the things that the opponents are going to have to do against Arslan is stay super dynamic, but he is currently 1 ahead in that
Sacramento
interaction.
Kings still
Farzeen
doing
doing a
Kings
good job
things.
overall and
Yeah,
trying
I don't
to
even know
keep
where they
Arslan
go from
guessing.
here. I don't even
Right
know
now,
like what the
Arslan
fuck
does have a good streak
they
going,
do.
can close this round out and even up
They just
the
gotta
round
like
count.
blow up and start over
Tried
from
to
the
go
beginning.
for it, but that's the second time he tried to go for the low-high string from Crouch, and Arslan Ash able to punish. I think that was 3 straight that Arslan Ash able to just deny that move.
And it's looking pretty good at the moment. A huge comeback. It looked like this was going to be easily Farzeen's game, but he's having to fight tooth and nail for it.
Whoa!
Reaction on the heat.
Yep. Able to cancel out the heat. Farzeen able to get that punish. Now we're going to see, yeah, just him utilize the heat of Victor to its full effect. Nice block on the jab low.
Got hit through that. Going for the overhead. Down forward 1 and the low after a delay timing to close it out. Farzeen looking very strong right now. Again, Arslan was fighting back extremely well.
When he was able to actually time punishes very well. I know
quarter of a century
you said he
since
catched him at the
Indiana has
teleport.
gone to the
They didn't do
finals.
that. well as Farzeen kind of second guess towards the third and fourth round, but it's still a long set in favor of Farzeen because Arslan Ash does have to reset this entire bracket.
It's a long horizon. It is. Game 2 in this grand finals here for M15. Starts off with the homing
Pace
slash.
is going to the finals, boy.
He's sword swipe.
Oh, goes low that time. We continue to keep jabbing here, but Farzeen still keeping things at bay.
Niggas gonna put some respect on them boys one way or another.
Alright, going for it again.
Nah, what's actually gonna happen is they're going to fucking get blown out by OKC, and niggas will be like, see, ain't even had no business. They might as well just let the Knicks get there if they were just gonna do that. That's what niggas gonna say. When the Pacers do most likely lose to the Thunder, niggas is still not gonna give them no props, no respect. It's gonna be, see, them bums shouldn't have been there no way, bro.
Farzeen now scoring himself and netting himself that first round.
Sucks they gotta live in Indiana though.
On the pressure is Farzeen. Let's see if who will press forward, or will the late offense of Arslan Ash be a factor here? No heat just yet, wants to save things up for possibly defense or offensive sounds.
And the launch attempt there from Arslan, not finding its mark. Farzeen in a prime position, gets launched up again. He had the refund, kept the receipt. Arslan gonna have a nice position out here after activating that heat and potentially getting to the wall.
Love how Arslan Ash is denying any attempts of offense on Farzeen's side. Nice block to the kip up.
Some dudes who pay $300 for rent I have the time of their lives right now. Hey, that shit don't sound too bad.
See the Farzeen now flying gentleman knee. Arslan Ash putting out the guns. Both have rage. Lot of gray health on Farzeen's side.
Oh, look for that counter hit. Trying to go for a big.
Yo, I never noticed before. I feel like Arslan like always goes low to close out a round, man.
Down to the final seconds
Or at least he has like every single time in this
That's
run.
how well they know each
Excuse
other,
me.
and that's how well they're timing their offense. Not putting too much away, not overextending and continuing on the offense here on both sides.
For sure, and it's definitely one of those things where Arslan's trying to figure out.
Finals low-key got a lot of stakes depending on wins. They're gonna have that fraud label on them. The fucked up part is niggas said that the Pacers were frauds last year when they made it to the conference finals, and now they made it to the actual finals. So it's just like when they don't win, they're gonna get called frauds again, and it's just gonna stay that way until they actually win a chip.
Farzeen creates that distance and he comes in. It's quite linear, and Arslan Ash able to sidewalk that. Gonna keep him at bay, but we get a big counter hit low by Farzeen.
I think Farzeen is doing, in those situations where he's forced to play in that range 0, he is dealing with it better than most, for sure, and he's able to find success there where other players have not been. But right now, as I say that, Arslan is taking it up a notch.
Yeah, he is. Tried to go for that flash attempt once again, but as you pointed out, Brown Man, Arslan Ash is playing around with the timing, cycling through his offense and his button presses to catch Farzeen blackened. But I would have to say that when Farzeen is trying to go for those flash attempts,
floor blast.
you know, he's still putting in the head that Arslan Ash has to second guess his timing.
An excellent wall combo beginning here. Steps on him for the Oki. Oh, trying to, again, going for those Farzeen flashes.
Yeah, but still, you know what?
Yo, Midas Fables League of the 10 months. Did you get a chance to play an Impact? Nah, I have it downloaded, but I haven't actually played it yet.
The next round.
Okay, tried to go for the flying knee. Oh, explosion, death from above. Forces to go into heat right away, but the sides.
All right, Arslan tying things up, one game apiece.
Ash to tie it up.
He's smiling. All right. That was a big comeback there from Arslan. He had a lot more opportunities where he got those.
Who do we think actually deserves the conference finals MVP award for the Pacers? Siakam or Halliburton? Or is it even a conversation?
Seems like Urban Square is the next.
Because I feel like Siakam has been very important on this run as well.
The walls, really making use of just the combos that Nina does present. So how
is the demo available for everyone? Yeah, you don't have to buy anything or like pre-order or nothing to play it. I don't know what platforms it's on though other than PC.
Which is interesting because there's so many weapon attacks from Farzeen, so he must be confident in some of those call-outs. And now down forward one strings at the wall. Big punish on the down back 4 attempt, trying to get a counter hit perhaps. Farzeen pays with his life.
Big round for Arslan Ash. It just seems like his confidence is slowly rising, as it seems like now it's Farzeen that's to chase down some offensive attempts on his side. Guns are out, but we do see that Farzeen is trying to fight back here.
Double low swipes on the knee, of the ankles. Goes for that poke on the low. Heat dash.
Another flash attempt there, but Farzeen, you gotta give him up. I gotta give it up to him. persistence tries to wear out resistance, but at this point, Arslan Ash, 2 rounds in, 2 early rounds. We're so used to seeing the final seconds of these rounds, and now a parry attempt by Farzeen.
It's double slap to fight back.
Ooh, the trade.
Another interesting
I thought
trade.
Arslan was still going to be able to capitalize off
bullets
that.
Out. Good delay, step delay from Farzeen. Arslan takes advantage though and comes up with the scoop.
Able to get the DF2 series here, and Farzeen might be in a really rough spot here. Real estate advantage on Arslan Ash's side, no heat on his side, but trying to open him up with that new move, but able to bring out the guns, and that was a really quick game, I would have to say, by Arslan Ash.
100%. That was
very nice,
very
very
dominant.
nice.
Has shown, okay, look, I've got you now. What are you gonna do about it? And let's see.
This match is
what
basically
Farzeen's gonna
whose
do about
Glock
it.
is
He does
bigger.
have another set to work with, but I am certain he does not want to let it go that far.
Yeah, we're heading back towards Underground Arena, so it seems like the mind state, the flow state is on Arslan Ash's side, and the reset could possibly happen. So let's see how he's going to try to fight his way back in this.
It's game 3. This is, game 4.
Low key, I might throw $100
in this
on a bet for the Pacers to win the finals. Because, like, I know that payout going to be crazy if they win.
Just a lot of thoughts on the mind when you're playing for this long.
Because, like, imagine, like, it's probably not going to happen, but, like, imagine.
Be able to perform like this, constantly change, constantly think about their next option, 5 moves ahead. And
About to turn 100 to 100,000 real quick.
So
Yo, Samurai Ghost, thank you for 53 months. Is I going to get the wall blast? Of course it is. Of course it is.
As well. Going to be a lot of great health on Arslan Ash's side, but Farzeen needs to make an attempt at something big here to stay alive at the winner's side.
Arslan trying to take this round back, activating that heat, now snuffing out anything Farzeen has for him, who comes in with the running 2 approach, 1-2 snuff, anything out, heat dash. What's he looking for?
Watch some ankles. One more. Ooh, found the counter hit, the 1+2. Full combo, going to Rage Art. Yeah, I was about to say. Don't get scammed.
Timeout on the clock to just recuperate and try to figure out how to climb his way back and seal the deal here on the winner's side of things.
There we go. First round in game 4, going to Farzeen, hoping to claw this one back.
Oh, but tremendous start for Arslan Ash, though. Just trying to reset things up, but Farzeen fighting his way back and towards the center spot to push towards the wall.
Coming with those slaps, gets the Farzeen flash, back to the explosive wall, but Power Crush sends him back, hurdling where he came from.
Let's see, surging offense from Arslan Ash.
Yeah, the odds are never zero.
And launch. I lost count how many attempts that he's able to do that with. And luckily for Farzeen, this wall is not going to explode.
There we go, that's going to hurt.
Damn, bro.
Nice walk.
All that
Again,
chip.
So agile, pulling out these slower buttons from Farzeen that can be walked, and he is not there.
Yeah, sidestep right has been the offensive start for Arslan Ash. And Farzeen getting caught overextending here. Farzeen's got steps of his own, though.
And he does, and he's trying to build up once again. Chip down what Arslan has. Arslan just so
surgical
accurate,
with it.
so surgical with these down forward 2 uppercuts.
True, and now exploding wall on the side of Arslan Ash. Unable to get the more from that combo, but he's still holding on to the life lead and his heat.
He's building up. He's trying to step around there. He uses up that heat, trying to push put Farzeen back. But Farzeen gets a huge launch opportunity.
Okay, so now this opportunity needs to count here. Gonna keep the real estate advantage. Try to keep it going. Try to keep the offense going before Arslan Ash gets it. Gets the step, and now 1 round away from tying up the set. 2 games each. Can he take this one, though?
I can tell Farzeen's feeling a little good now. He wants to take this next round and take it to potentially the final game. Excellent follow-up there on the flash attempt. All right, the full 3-hit string on the slaps.
Especially coming from that urban square match, that was such dominance put on display for Arslan Ash. So for Farzeen to fight his way back in is super important for the mental stack he has on him.
All right, Arslan trying to poke away with multiple levels, 3 layers of pressure here. And it's doing a great job.
Right back at you type
shit.
shit.
Have heat and have so many tools at their disposal. Arslan lets it go.
Big
Flips
counter
it
hit.
over. Could this be his round?
Okay, explosion, and now just the jab attempts. Just
mix.
to keep him at bay, able to get the 1. So
Reset point for Arslan Ash.
2 or a reset here for Arslan Ash.
Either way, now Arslan's being a bit more aggressive now. He wants to close this one out. Farzeen taking a bit of a risk, but gets X-rayed.
And now we see some low attempts. Nice rising option by Farzeen. No explosion behind him, but a big low for Arslan Ash to open up Farzeen.
Goes to the slide while he's down. Push him there. This is going to be rough for Farzeen. He's going to need to make a miracle happen in this round.
Okay, sidewalking, no, gets clipped, able to get the Farzeen flash, so continuing on the offense, plus frame for plus frame, and gets the mid slash to continue on the offense.
Amazing play there, taking him to the wall. This could be his opportunity to
Backspin
close
for
this game out
backspin,
and
even
take
while
it
I'm
to
rapping.
2.
Oh,
There we go.
Farzeen closing it out. 2 games apiece. Hold up. Hold
2-2
up.
here at the Underground Arena. Big sigh of relief on Farzeen's side, but the job is not done just yet. We're gonna head towards the celebration on the boat in France.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep pretending like how to pronounce it.
There's 3 major Tekken events in France.
True, you're right.
In France this year. It's going to be crazy.
You can see the Tekken players behind.
Farzeen obviously always been very,
Nice
very
walk
good,
there.
right? But he's been having a hell of a run.
Now this is Farzeen's opportunity to make a
Who you support in this tournament? Everybody. I just want to see good Tekken. I mean, I'm always rooting for Knee harder than everybody else because that's my favorite player. But
one of the biggest monsters.
once he's out, it's just whoever.
True. Goes for the stiletto heels, constantly peppering some pressure here with the low attempts. Farzeen tried to go with the flying gentleman knee, able to get the punch parry, and now he needs to make sure this heat counts. The sidewall splat in his favor.
Excellent conversion there. Keep him at the wall. He knows where he wants him. Still has the heat as his disposal. I can't even speak. This is getting crazy. Out of there.
Explosive attempt, no counter hit low. One more tap would do it for Arslan Ash to gain the round, but Farzeen still
Gets the counter hit. That should be the round.
To close out this round is gonna be super important, Brown Man.
It's a tornado.
Close it here.
Into
the
Rage Art.
to close it out, taking a lead in the set. 2 games apiece, 1 round ahead. 2 more to go to take the championship.
Easier said than done here. A slow climb for him to claim the championship of Battle Arena Melbourne, but Arslan Ash still has reset at the summit here. Can he climb towards it though?
Looking for a good situation here. Keeping that pressure up. He's feeling it now. Back to the wall. Arslan in a little bit of trouble using those plus frames. Farzeen feeling good.
And now Farzeen holding on to this heat. Let's see if he'll be able to use it. Goes to the 2 swiping lows. Crown slam here just to keep it going. And now a Rage Art for Arslan Ash to just stop the attempts of offense here. Just to put a timeout on the clock.
There we go. And this is going to be rough for Arslan still, even though he got a big gets a counter hit, scoops him up at the wall. Has that heat available, so does Farzeen, trying to fight back, but Arslan really changing up the timing.
Home stage advantage. Oh, because they're on the yacht.
Now forced to block, and now no more heat available. Trying to contest the stiletto heel lands for Arslan Ash to take round number 2.
Arslan just not afraid to just keep dashing in your face and then just do a poke that isn't the fastest either, but he knows it's going to hit.
It all started with that slide in counter hit. Let's see how he's going to just duplicate that same types of attempts. Farzeen still going to the back 2 flashes, but Arslan Ash not biting.
Caught him with the upper. Now we've got heat plus frames on there running 2. Caught him homing. Got the wall splat. This is looking very good, Podge.
Side wall once again. Pushes for this one. Couldn't get the attempt. Wiped the floor, and Arslan Ash still back in this game. Flash, unable to get it.
All right, looking good for Arslan Ash. Gets the heat dash. Forward 1 goes for the low. And we had a half of a
reset point
there.
once again for Arslan.
On reset point here against Farzeen.
Farzeen needs to duplicate that same type of confidence as Arslan Ash eats that DF2. Now we've seen this before. He can't rest on his laurels just yet. Good start, but Arslan Ash always tries to find that finish.
Spike him down, using the guys that are trying to throw everything he has at him. Wants it to go to the next round. He wants to take this home. All right, goes to the mid. Plus frames is looking good for Farzeen.
You too, God. What a low parry.
Low parry. He has heat in his pocket. Could he be taking this to the final round?
Able to get it, and now Farzeen looking to close out the set, but
set point.
Looking for
Tournament point for Farzeen. Can Arslan pull off the reset, or is Farzeen walking away with this big dub?
Going for that homing mid, goes for the
It's looking like Arslan about to walk away with this reset.
Double low, gets
Hold
the
on.
high swipe.
And now we see that Farzeen working with some heat. Arslan Ash joins him. Nice.
Wow.
And able to go for that launch. Arslan Ash putting the finishing touches here, possibly for that reset.
Damn, all up in
Farzeen's
his
got a big
nuts.
hill to climb
That's how
here
you
with
feel,
some great
Nina?
health.
Definitely in
Oh,
trouble.
it's over.
There it is.
And by it's over, I mean we got to play another set. Reset.
Wow, and look at that. Arslan Ash.
Yeah,
just
Farzeen knows he's cooked now.
I mean, I don't know, that set possibly drained him, but you still got to play another one, folks. And Farzeen, hopefully the mentality is still there because we keep on rising as the stakes keep getting higher and higher.
Floating cows, huh? All right, we're gonna let everyone take a breather for a second. Let's just look at this. That was an intense set. That was so close. Obviously, now they want a side switch. Now, it is technically a new set for you guys who don't know. After a reset, it is a new set, fresh. You can change sides. You can ask to change sides and rock, paper, scissors as they have.
Okay, and it seems like they will.
Oh, so that means new prediction. Arslan won the first set.
Now, one thing to talk about is the
Now, who y'all got in the
mentality, right?
reset?
After being so close to claiming the prize, to canceling out the reset, getting to that final round, you have to wonder what the mentality of both these players are. Arslan Ash has been sprinting since the losers bracket, going through monster after monster. By Farzeen, you also have to wonder how his mentality is after facing a gauntlet.
Yeah, no,
Arslan
Victor
Ash
getting you
gets
to the
run it
wall
back.
every
Run on
time
opposite
without
side
fail.
now.
This is probably a nightmare for many players. It's the dream
all
of
tournaments do
someone
that?
to be
Yeah.
here, but it's probably the nightmare to have it against either one of these players.
Right. And just the mentality, the fortitude, and also the stamina being put on display is really world class from both these players, Arslan Ash and Farzeen.
We all ass at Tekken. I mean, y'all are, not me though.
Wow, this is crazy. And the crowd is
I'm
feeling
super
it.
ass at
They
Tekken.
are waiting for the conclusion for this one. They've invested all their time, their energy, their hopes throughout this weekend, throughout the year, since the game came out. And it's one of these moments where I saw a ball pop. I was like, whoa. But yeah, this is where it comes and culminates. But here we go. We're about to kick off the final stage of BAM 15. The most stacked tournament in Australian or OCE history, and definitely one of the most stacked tournaments of the year. But here we go. We have Arslan Ash with the Nina, and we have Farzeen on the Victor. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for these champions. And let's get it going.
Both have already, this is a reset grand finals, folks, so stakes are definitely a lot more higher, I would say, on Farzeen's side. Arslan Ash running with the momentum here, gets the grab, still at center of the stage here, able to get the second hit counter.
Yeah, reaping the rewards of that one there, taking it to the close to the wall, activating heat. This start
I'm
of
a
the
bet
round
against
was just
Arslan, but man,
high
I'm gonna
tempo
regret
off
this.
the bat. No delay, everyone swing.
Hey man,
And now
what you got to
forcing
lose?
Farzeen go
A
into
few thousand
heat, but
points?
The slaps able to actually take it for Arslan Ash to actually be leading this dance for the first round.
Farzeen tried to approach there, but got slapped immediately, and another counter hit. Arslan's just landing the mark 2 for 2 so far.
This is crazy how maybe Arslan Ash just running away with like a freight train with the momentum. Farzeen's got to find a way to stop the unstoppable force. He's got to be the immovable object here. Moving on away, but the grab attempt, and now the side switch.
All right, trying to keep him at the wall, trying to get that Farzeen flash. Nobody home, 1-2, starting that pressure. Gets a side switch on the grab, maybe an advantageous position he's looking for.
Life deficit, not looking too good, but nice attempt there by Arslan Ash. Down back forwards, we're peppering it in there.
Goes to that low slide. One more hit is all Arslan needs to take this round.
Explosion, and now just mid-check attempt. Arslan Ash looking real strong in the first game of the grand final reset.
Big difference. Actually grabs him on there.
Yeah, on the offensive attempt there. So now Farzeen trying to push for the wall. We haven't seen any big swings from Farzeen just yet. And as I say that, nice punish there by Farzeen.
Just going to get a bunch of damage and a good situation for him. Let's see if he can keep it going and close out this round and get on the board in this reset. Again, fresh set. He has not got around yet.
True. Okay.
Eee.
Power crush his way through. Gets the high splat as well. Tries to push for
Damn,
the
still
finish.
alive?
Can he
Uh-oh.
find it, though?
Never mind, it's all
Able
good.
to walk
I would say, you don't
with
want to let
no
Arslan
glitter.
live, man.
Farzeen on the board.
Excellent work. getting on the board once again. Again, fresh set, gets a counter hit. Again, every round so far, I think we've seen a big counter hit at the start of the round on Farzeen. Arslan's just finding his mark.
Trying to go for that back two attempt once again, but Arslan Ash really peppering some lows and some mids to avoid that punch parry.
So the downward strike, excellent read there from Arslan. Knows that Farzeen likes to approach with that double low.
Okay, nice block on the low. Tried to go for a punish attempt, but Farzeen was ready. Okay.
Flying knee,
I took a Furioku loan for this.
Again, lets the high rip, but the counter hit grab shouldn't be.
Yeah, you know what happens when you don't pay those loans back, by the way, right?
2,
1, and you're still waiting for it, but Farzeen's still fighting for his life.
He's still alive. One picture is all he needs, but Arslan taking the first
I got some bad
game
news for the Farzeen
fairly
believers.
cleanly.
Mid-check attempt there, still running with that same momentum we did
Boy,
see
inhaled
before the
that
grand
water.
finals reset.
It's like cooldown. What is that?
Yeah. What are you talking about? We keep going. We keep full sending
Stay
this.
heated. All right, game 2. Let's see if Arslan can keep this one going. Farzeen definitely needs to figure a few things out and try and take and strangle back the game count.
Kind of terrifying to see how Arslan Ash just keeps running with the momentum ever since the losers bracket. So it begs the question, right? Is he a bigger threat on winner's side or loser's side? Because it seems like Farzeen's still trying to find his footing.
The water
in
looks
this
good as fuck.
grand
Is it
finals
just me?
reset.
Nah, that shit do look
Arslan
like it's the
definitely
perfect
plays
amount of
actually huge
coldness,
stress on both
to
sides of
condensation on the
We're going
cup.
to find out if Arslan can really just take it double time.
Yeah, continue on and hold on to this momentum.
Threading that needle, very nice. Gets that big sword slash.
And it gets that Sabaki. Both of them on the heat timer here. Arslan Ash couldn't. Oh, he spends it right before it expires, not allowing Farzeen to use his, and now punches him out of it.
He really tried to use that knee heat dash, but got snuffed out before, and it ran out anyway.
Farzeen now having some rage to work with. Nice rising punish. The mid-check attempts, and now just throwing hands in the
Hey,
corner.
I got some
Arslan
news.
Ash looking so sharp in this second game.
Amazing timing changes here from Arslan. Again, nice big scoop up. Excellent combo. The floor has already broken level 1. We might be going downtown, downstairs. Let's get it going to the Jin Fever Dream, Crow's Nest.
Yeah, pace and pressure is what Arslan Ash is bringing to the table. Tried to go for an attempt there, but we do see Arslan Ash still sticking him like glue.
Not letting go.
Okay, now we see that
Arslan might be the best second player in the world. He's definitely in that conversation.
And now Arslan Ash joins him in the
It's between like
process.
him,
Good
Atif,
stuff
and Ulsan.
from
I think those are like the
grab
top
attempt there,
3.
And Arslan Ash continuing the pace and just smothering him with wave of offense.
Does have that heat dash available, as you saw there. One more hit, but Farzeen can bring this one back. It's just going to be very difficult. Goes for that heat dash slice. It's a little bit of his heat back. That counter hit on the down back 4. This could be big for him.
Wall is there though. Final seconds. Farzeen's got to go for a Hail Mary swing, but it's Arslan
Jesus.
Ash to go for the big low. One more round to take game number 2.
That's crazy. A big read that he didn't need to do that, but he's like, I think this is going to hit. No doubt, no hesitation. He went for it.
The no look, right? Just able to go for that big wipe the floor, and now that paid dividends for him. Farzeen still has to get a round on the board in this game number 2.
Arslan starting to mess around with the string timing, the string number of hits, and really trying to catch Farzeen off guard. 1-2, then down for 1. Excellent.
And now forcing the attempt. Nice mini movement there for Farzeen just to get the heat activation out of the way by Arslan Ash.
Excellent wall carry here for Farzeen. Let's see how far he can go. Still uses that Oki really well.
Caught him coming in.
Gonna be very high damage.
Hey man, pack it up. Arslan got it, bro.
Gonna heal a little health himself.
Able to get a big chunk here.
I thought that would do a
Arslan
little bit
Ash
more
still
than
has heat to
73,
work with.
but
Can run up heat
oh my
smash.
god, and then
And
just
that
let
is
the
gonna
heat
be
smash
it for
rip.
Game number 2, Arslan Ash. What a reset
Yeah, so
run
remember
he's
what I
going
was saying? Hey, who
through
that
as
back
we
there with the
speak.
Rick Owens on?
Farzeen now might need to slow
see you,
things
boy.
down and go back to the drawing board with how he's going to
Anyway, remember what I was saying just moments ago? Once Arslan reset the bracket, I took one look at Farzeen's face and I was like, yeah, that nigga already know what's up.
But let me hear y'all.
Who knocked Arslan the losers? I believe it was Chikurin.
Finals reset, ladies and gentlemen. Farzeen, what?
This nigga plays Reyna?
Reyna. Here at
I didn't even know he had a Reyna.
Melbourne,
Huh?
ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, what do you have to lose
They
at this
just love
point?
Reyna around here, and I wonder why.
I mean, Reyna's in the front row right now. Of course they love Reyna. But will this Reyna attempt change things up?
Hold
Because
up.
like we called out
Let
with the
me
Ulsan
see
match,
some.
he has to stick with the Reyna all
Let me
throughout.
see some.
I love how we looked at Ulsan. He's like, hey, check this out. Reyna, bro.
Let me show you. Let me show you. 1-2. Trying to chop at those lows. Now let's see what kind of, who's going to be able to adapt to this new environment faster. Yes, Farzeen has got Arslan in a situation where he needs to worry about a new character, but he does as well. Will he be able to pick it up faster?
I thought that Sofa was going to step the heat burst.
That is the question, though.
Also, it don't look like the random pick gonna work out. I ain't gonna lie, this shit don't look like it's really about to. Goddamn, ain't shit about to shake off that.
Just yet. Because it's the Arslan Ash show. He's just constantly pressuring.
Why did it feel like Arslan kicked up the intensity a couple notches all of a sudden this match? Like,
and not let Farzeen start to adjust to
hold up.
using Reina.
True. Just constantly just smothering him with that offense, pace and pressure, as we called out. Arslan Ash now holding on to that heat dash. Now just getting himself out of that wall situation.
That was looking good. 1-1-2 into the center.
What a duck.
Arslan saw it coming.
Hold.
This is
that should be the kill.
Good for Farzeen.
Able to carry towards that wall, and now
you didn't just spend the rage art.
One more would do it.
It's okay, you got the kill, but why would you not just rage art after the tornado? What the fuck?
It looks like he's still adjusting his combos and things to Reina to try and find the max damage. So
I mean, maybe it's just nerves and stuff like that. Obviously, you know what I'm saying.
Electric temp. Trying to go for that new low. Peppering in some offense here to just try to open up the offense or open up the defense of Arslan Ash.
Don't break. Now I wonder if they've trained these characters together or not, and is that the reason for this pick?
That is the question, right? But he has to gamble it all on this this character just to try and find his way back in this Grand Finals reset. Arslan Ash, though, still relentless with his offense and mid-checks, but the Sentai 3 finding its way. Big damage on the board for Farzeen.
Can you ever have 2 resets? No, just one.
Coming back in, activating heat. Arslan goes for the heavy sweep, really in Farzeen's head. He really wanted to
hold up. Hold up.
That second one, you're not getting me twice. 1 round away from taking a game and getting on the board in this reset. Farzeen needs it.
Definitely saw something there. Really goes for that wipe the floor towards the tail end of the match. But Farzeen now trying to pressure with his own.
Hold up. The Reina low-key working.
We keep going with the offense.
Ooh, he cooking
up. But tried to go too much with that hell sweep, though.
It's an excellent splat there. Trying to end the combo early. Keep the pressure up. Goes underneath the 1-1 jabs. Excellent tail spin. Pressure is on. Still heat is available. He's definitely going to try and use it.
Okay, trying to finish some straight.
Oh, if he would have just committed, that probably would have been the kill.
The heat smash here. Both life is almost about even, but Farzeen. Oh my goodness, we're at the
pressure,
final round here, folks.
And here we go. We have tournament point here for Arslan Ash. Can he take it here over Farzeen and the newly showed Reina?
Let's see how Farzeen's gonna go for it. War God kick. Hell sweep attempts here. We're gonna see him try to go for him dropping down these heal drops.
Excellent flappy into the guns. Farzeen fighting for his life here. Goes for the electric for the keep out. Triple slaps here from Arslan, feeling confident. Farzeen activating heat, trying to take his turn back.
Very nice.
Able to get the heat. Oh, that's gonna get punished. 1-1-2.
Didn't launch it though.
Arslan still has a chance, activating heat, putting it out there. Wants to end it here. Can he do it? Goes for the load, throwing everything.
Both players out of heat. Arslan in rage. Farzeen just outside of it.
On the chip.
Now let's see. Arslan Ash goes
under the electric. Wow.
15 champion coming through.
He's just too good. He's just too good.
Taking down one of the best in the world in Farzeen. We have Arslan Ash.
But guys, please give it up for your second placer. Please make some noise for Farzeen. What a bracket, what a tournament, what a grand finals. The run that Arslan Ash had to go through just to get the grand finals and waiting at the wings was Farzeen. This run would definitely be talked about in future BAM events.
Oh, for sure. We're going to talk about it at every BAM event. And they're going to be, Arslan's going to be immortalized in the Wall of Champions. Congratulations there. But amazing performances from all these players. We had some crazy performances from the beginning. The winning semifinal, we had Chikurin and Ulsan. You know, again, Ulsan continues to have a good standing against Chikurin. Farzeen, NOBI, Farzeen, again, Farzeen was looking like he was about to take this whole thing.
Yeah.
Arslan just clawed his way through that loser's side and came back to just take it all. And honestly, as Farzeen, what do you do now? He tried multiple characters and it just wasn't able to work. He's gonna have to go back, look at it, and I'm sure, look, they are all friends. They will talk about that and see how they can improve each other.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think this is just the start for Farzeen, right? This is like one of his career best outings. For him to go up against Arslan Ash, he is the franchise player. He is the one of the most dominant players in the scene right now. And I think once he was able to reset everything, the mental stack was already in favor of Arslan Ash. So congratulations to him. He had to go through hell and high water to get to that grand finals, and the way he did it in emphatic fashion, a 3-0 up against Farzeen in the grand finals reset, that is one to behold.
It was an amazing run, and that's why a lot of people call him one of the GOATs of Tekken, and you can't deny that. He proves day in, day out, time after time, why he is
time after time.
Exactly. So again, this is just kind of the start of the Tekken World Tour. This is the 3rd Masters event. We still have a lot on the way and a lot of challenger events. Guys, please also register so you can tally up your points, because we are still, I would say, in the 1/4, not even the 4th of the Tekken World Tour chapter. Like Brownman said, this is a longer run compared to last year. A lot more challenger events and a lot of master events that Master Plus events compared to last year.
We got 3. That goes with a huge change in the points distribution, the amount of points. As I mentioned, like we're talking about the numbers that we could look at and hopefully be safe at last year. You know, you could get about 1,000, 1,300 was, you know, you was kind of safe. And in now, you know, we're seeing, you know, 1120 on players already, and it's May.
Yeah, and I'd want yeah, that's true. And I want to say, if you want to compare it to last year, just the high level of gameplay. Like Tekken 8 just came out last year, but the fact that we're getting
some good Tekken always is. Always
seconds, like always at the 8-second range, that's when we get a conclusion to the match. For such an aggressive game, you got to admit the level of competition.
Yo, take it easy, Abraham.
Finding ways to just have defense, have the active defense to continue pushing the meta of this game. So. Excellent. I would say it's an excellent time to be a Tekken fan. If you guys want to check out more for the Tekken World Tour, head on over to TekkenWorldTour.com. And Brown, where do we go for the social?
Oh, you can go to X at Tekken, X at BNE Esports, and if you want to watch this match, I'm going to watch
Brunson ruined my parlay.
I'm going to go straight to
Hey,
BNE Esports on YouTube and
like
relive that insanity.
Just the whole top 8 was just crazy. So shout outs to each and every one of you that showed up in chat. Shout outs to all the players as well. Shout outs to one of my best friends.
OKC versus the
best
Indiana
mic here.
Pacers. That
This
shit
is Brown
crazy
Man
to
over
me.
here.
And we did have a lot of help on the mic over. We had Margin Obama and Chip. Big shout out to them and everybody. But it's been a pleasure, as always. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Not so enthusiastic to clap yourselves.
Well, chat, I think I'm gonna just end stream here because I'm getting kind of tired. I'm a little hungry, and also kind of just want to chill. Tomorrow, though, I think we can finally play some Hunter x Hunter and then Impact and try that game out. Since I don't think I have anything else important to do, right? And also, we could start the sub goal for a Nintendo Switch 2 giveaway. So, I think that's the plan. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the subs, the gift subs, the bits, and the follows, and all that good stuff. To those of you in the YouTube chat, I should be streaming tomorrow, I think, on YouTube as well. So I'll see y'all there.